Irris, what reactions where you are?
Lots of reactions because there was something for everyone in this case, or everyone lost something, which means that not everybody is satisfied. So Israel's request that this be granted, that this case be tossed out, was rejected by the court, and the South African request on behalf of the Palestinians that this should go ahead now and call for a ceasefire and call for the return of civilians in Gaza to their homes. That hasn't happened either. So what we've seen is Israel's Prime Minister a little bit of backpedaling here, saying that the war is with Hamas and not with Gaza. But we have heard from other Israeli politicians in statements that the court was indicating could almost be incitement to genocide. And the court has given Israel a job of 30 days from now to give it an account about whether it's taking steps to prevent genocide by the military in the field, by the provision of more humanitarian aid, and by its politicians halting those statements, changing them, being disciplined for them. And I have heard Israeli analysts saying, well, it's about time. You know, the Prime Minister, in addition to pulling back his own statements, should have been monitoring and disciplining the people in his government much earlier than this and much before the International Court of Justice called him to do it.
Yeah, and on that point, 6 counts. And for 2 of those counts, Irris, the Israeli judge voting in favor. One of them is what you just mentioned, the prevention of inflammatory speech, and the other, an order for humanitarian aid. What are the reactions where you are to that?
I haven't heard anyone commenting specifically on this judge, but, you know, he was a controversial choice because he is a liberal, small L liberal judge, and was reviled by the people who are putting forward. I mean, it seems like 1,000 years ago, but it was only a few months ago, the judicial overhaul, judicial overthrow that Benjamin Netanyahu was planning. He was the face of the court, even though he'd long left it, but he was the despised face of the court on the right wing. So Israel sending this man, which I actually thought was a very clever move politically, but it was very unpopular with the right wing. So, you know, they will only take this as grist for the mill and proof that they shouldn't have sent him at all.